Mattress I'm on is probably 20 years old. Okay, and it's about this thick, and it's a thicker foam that has never. When it's on in my motorhome, it's on wood, and I don't even feel the wood. This other mattress underneath, I feel the wood right away. It's got maybe this much padding. It's probably not even a dense foam, which makes me think of my ex, right? Not Maverick, Marevick, and that got the $2,000 mattress of dense latex foam that almost, because of crappy movers, almost left me in a wheelchair as a quadriplegic because she keeps changing her mind and not keeping agreements, and I just wanted to just get rid of her. That's it. And 4 years of either she was going to kill me, I knew, or make me stronger. Came close to being quadriplegic, but she definitely made me stronger. And it's not like she taught me to be stronger. She didn't teach me. If she didn't kill me, I became stronger. And she hates that I say that, but that's so. That mattress, not the bed, not the bed frame that I had bought before I even met her. I think it was a frame that was for a previous like super big king size waterbed. But just that mattress was $2,000 and not easy to move. It takes four guys and they struggle, or three wrestlers maybe. And I had it on my head by myself, and my neck kind of went sideways because the guys didn't even help when they were lifting the ramp of the truck. So my neck went totally on my shoulder, and I'm just partially, what do you call it? Is it ambidextrous or no, hypermobile? I think it's called. And it saved me from having an injury, or at least not a serious one. And so out of the $2,000 and all the things that I gave her that she kept, and I was quite happy, even some books, not my favorite, but is I said I just want $1,000, half of the price of that foam mattress, and I never got it. And one of the reasons she probably thought was how she might claim that I hurt her credit when I was actually helping her credit a lot of time. But after that, it's like, she really wanted to go on a second honeymoon, but we weren't legally married, I found out. That's a complex story that is so far from being orthodox that you guys just wouldn't. I'm not going to waste my time telling you. It's not a long story, but it's common sense for somebody with logic and somebody that understands accountability. So going to Disney World, not Disney World, Niagara Falls, because it's big in the Philippines to go, and she wanted to go, and I took her there, and I filmed videos of her self-serving attitude where I had to beg for one of my own quarters to play one of the games in this arcade where it's mostly her just having fun like a kid, like a child, like a spoiled brat, because that's the way her parents didn't parent her, so she became like this. She became the dominant sibling. And there's that, but there's also not good that the Volkswagen Tiguan, they screwed us, because when we arrive on the day to sign, I see the insurance product is not the insurance product that I talked about. And she didn't want me to argue, so I had to sign that. I didn't have to, but and I was hoping later to fix it, but later you get a complaint from the supervisor that you made the salesman feel bad. A guy who could easily lift me. He's such a big kind of football player type guy, and he wanted to give me a hug and lift me when I bought the car because he likes doing that. But the thing is he's really a child, right? Who didn't enjoy criticism that was fair and that was deserved. And then I wrote back his supervisor. I said, "You better not show him this, but this is what I think of you guys." And I could post this eventually. So, and of course, Volkswagen is just knowing what they did to torture monkeys to try to get a little bit of getting away with their scam. And they did in Canada get away with that scam a lot more than in the States, right? Canada not only didn't arrest people like in the States, high officials that would probably get fired and then get a bonus in their country. In Germany, we didn't even bother doing that laissez-faire. Instead, we're funding Volkswagen stuff so they can grow even more here. That's our tax dollars. You get screwed, then your government supports the oppressors. So, anyways, what I wanted to say is relatives or Filipino community that I lost as friends, that I had as friends before meeting her, uh, think I screwed up. And they think so because they're capitalist programmed, right? They're, you know, just like they were in Uganda, really. It's more about getting out of poverty, and no matter how many religions they take on, honesty is not part of that when you're trying to get ahead in the game or get out of poverty, which is even tougher. So, so what I found out as well is she was not telling me about money she was sending to her relatives as a couple from her jobs and overtime because she wanted to pay people to paint the house over there, which is fine. And I gave a lot of money already to help them with things. So she's the dishonest one with money, and I don't know how much it may or may not have damaged her credit. The fact that I just got out of credit, just like I got out of her life as quick as possible, no matter how much stuff I lost. And even no matter how many friends, because they're not really your friends when they don't want to hear your side of the story and they side with the norm. And even relatives who may years later have paid attention a little bit more to hear my side of the story, they still can't change their paradigms in their heads, right? About who the kid was and the adult was and the ethical one was and the unethical one was. And again, just the fact that she didn't keep the agreement. I don't know, she might have actually been seeing people behind my back at some points that we were still together because she never wanted to let go in her 30s at that point about having a child, even though she admitted she's the worst to even hold a baby out of all the Filipinos she knows. She's so uncomfortable and awkward, she has no clue even about the nurturing part, which comes more naturally to women. The nurturing part that's important, in the first 2, maybe 3 years. After that, it's equal with what men and women could contribute for the healthy psychological development of a child, but she still had nothing to contribute in that way because she was a spoiled brat child. And I knew this from having taught her driving, and I know, oh man, no way would I ever have a child with that person. It'd be sabotaging my own life. And I understand people that actually do that. They try to save a relationship by sabotaging their lives, by accidentally having a child or having one on purpose when they've never solved their couple's issues and they think they're adults. Anyways, capitalism is sometimes more than who did the right things in a relationship and who failed a relationship. It's more about capitalism. People think, oh, I was dishonest with money. I don't know what people think sometimes. The fact I closed my driving school, I don't know if they thought I did something bad or I got broke when it's just very plain, I explained it. It's just I'm doing a master's degree. I mean, I'm not, people just want to see me as a driving instructor. In fact, my doctor canceled my driver's license knowing I'm doing a master's degree when I'm closing the driving school and leaving, because he wanted me to teach all his kids, and there was like at least 3, and he was like never going to get a vasectomy, he told me. And so it's like, that's slavery. And he's mad at me because he supported me in a lot of ways, like writing notes sometimes, because sometimes to renew your driver's license when I was on meds, it doesn't need to be doctor's notes and things like that. Renew your instructor license. But he knew I did good work because I taught people from his staff, his clinic. But it's a punishment for not being the sheep that elite wanted me. And he's one of the best doctors I ever had. A listener who gave you enough time. And still it's wrong what he did. And still I'm when I tried to take him to court, the court in Nanaimo would not take my case if I don't have an address as a homeless person roaming around to mail stuff to. This is you in modern times.